BitChute has kicked in. Very nice, very nice. Hi everyone, this is Chycho. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another live stream. Today is June 1st, and we're doing comic book haul number 103, and it's a Sunday, and I hope you're having a fantastic time. How are you doing? Senior Unchained on Twitch, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. And BSB on CensorTube. And who else was on CensorTube? Real. Who was the other person that was on CensorTube already? Oh, my chat, I popped it, so I lost it. It was 88, Liberty 88, I think. Chang, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Looking forward to this. We had 3 boxes to go through, and some comic books came through, so we got like basically 5.5 boxes of fun. Craig is currently streaming, so won't be here. Oh no, that's okay though. He's probably streaming comic books as well, which is fantastic. Awesome. Crack, I hope you got a great haul. Chang, finally today it's my fun day. Nice. Going to watch Mission Impossible. Very nice. The new one, I've heard it's really good, like better than all the rest. And for some reason I checked this out on ratings. It popped out. I killed the pop-out thing, but I actually clicked on something that came up. It's considered one of Tom Cruise's best movies, which is interesting. Lots of CG touch-ups on who he is. Senior Unchained, I recently got a THC cartridge from New Mexico. It's crazy how potent those are compared to the fake ones off the black market. For vapes, yeah, I don't use the cartridges, they tickle my throat. I don't like, but yeah, I've heard they can be extremely potent, handy, right? But we grow our own, right? Prowler Ranger, hope you're doing well. Chycho, went to the Metallica concert last night. The singer from Suicidal Tendencies reminded me of you. Nice. Oh, fun. In another life I would have continued my drumming life and got into metal and whatnot, because I wasn't good enough for jazz is crazy. I had a friend that was a jazz drummer, that's why I'm saying it. I had a friend that was a jazz drummer, and what he did was like, what are you doing? It was crazy. And his rhythm was whack. Like jazz is, right? But beautiful, very beautiful. Gang, should we look at a comic book haul, or continuing comic book haul? Comic book haul number 103. I'm not sure if we're going to get through everything. I got some other comics coming in. I went down rabbit holes on certain things, right? So I treat comic books, I treat comic books the way I do almost anything that I'm passionate about, or I look into it, research, go down rabbit holes, maybe politics, economics, cooking, gardening, comic books, mathematics, right, and whatever else. So I've went down the rabbit hole on some of the comics that I was getting, the independent stuff I was getting from the seller, and Crack and Liberty 88 were mentioning stuff, so I started going down, and whenever I buy comics, I do research on what I'm buying. Some of it just sticks with me, soundbite in, soundbite out. Sometimes I go down the rabbit hole, explore whatever that is, and end up buying stuff related to it, and I forget the intricacies of why I did it, but it piqued my interest at the time, right? And we got some of those here. Oh my god, I invested in a monthly subscription on this account. You invested in a monthly subscription? Oh, on CensorTube. On our account. Fun. It will pay for some of the comic books. Thanks, brother. So gang, before we get into comic book haul, in one of the last few hauls, picked up some Legion of Superheroes, right? And I had the series, I had the first few anyway, but they're buried in boxes, and this was cheap, and it was a whole bunch of them. So I started reading through this again. At the time when it came out in the 90s, it intrigued me, but it was intricate. You had to know a lot what was going on. That's exactly the same way I felt when I started reading this. But it's Keith Giffen or Giffen, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Keith Giffen, and he's an amazing writer. He's one of my favorite writers, comic book writers, right? Put him and Alan Grant together, you got gold, right? So you know, I've kept on reading it into 5 issues, right? I'm into number 5, right? I gotta hit number 6, and I got a few more in one of the hauls we did, right? By issue number 4 and 5, I'm like immersed in it. I did have to look on online regarding some info for the main bad guy in this series, which is Mordru, which I wasn't very familiar with. So I had to look up the history of Mordru. Okay, just a warning. So if you're gonna read this, it's Keith Giffen. It's heavy read, right? Heavy read. Lots of referencing a lot of things that you won't know. I didn't know, right? But look up the history of Mordru, and a little bit about how the last Legion of Superheroes series died off, which was cut, and then this was doing a retcon and just an alternate take on things. So it's pretty good. I'm gonna keep on reading a few more issues. Okay, just want to let you guys know that. Okay, because I am reading other comic books as well, but some of the comic book calls we get, if I find something interesting that's I read and I want to continue to read it, I'm gonna bring it up and sort of mention it and stuff like this, right? As for the comic book haul, right? As for the comic book haul, as I mentioned, I actually loaded up the image for this. As I mentioned in my first video where I showed my comic books, right? Collection of my comic books, which was, I titled it let me show you my comic book collection, like an ASMR video, and I pulled out a whole bunch of boxes and we started going through them and stuff like this, right? I mentioned, I believe, in the beginning of that video, in the first few minutes, that there's multiple reasons why I collect comic books, for the hobby of it, the passion of it, the love of it, history, human artifacts, for investing sake, right? It's tangible goods that you're investing in, and art is one of the best places you could have invested your funds, right? And just the entertainment value, right? Because I read these things, right? And it's, you could buy it. Buying comic books can be one of the most expensive hobbies you have, or one of the least most expensive hobbies you have. Both of them will give you a tremendous amount of pleasure as long as you don't allow it to take over your life, right? You appreciate it for what it is and you use it for entertainment, may it be entertainment, investing, collecting, history, human artifacts, or whatever it is. So consider these hauls a part of that. Some of the books in here are investment grade. Some of the books are here is just intrigued me. It was just human artifact. What is this, right? I'm going down a rabbit hole and it's something I want to buy. And some of the stuff is sets that I want to read, right? It's my, hey, someone came up here, said their Chang said, oh, it's his fun day, he's gonna watch Mission Impossible. When you're collecting comic books, oh, this will be a comic book day, comic book reading day, where you're gonna read a whole bunch of comic books, right? Elder God, is that the link to the video? Thank you. Right, that's the Elder God posted on CensorTube, the link to this video, and it is, I believe, only on CensorTube, because I loaded this up maybe in 2012 or something like that, and he just linked it up in our Twitch channel as well. Okay, oh, I gotta bring up the BitChute chat. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go through this comic book haul. Or these comic book hauls. Let me take this guy down, and I'm gonna give you my little intro. Might as well give people a couple more minutes to roll in if they want to take a look at what we've done. But basically, gang, if you want to follow this work, I'm on Patreon, Substack, Subscribe Star. You can follow the work there. We do have a matrix space, so you can definitely join our little community and share whatever you want. Can you link me the BitChute? Oh yeah, the BitChute. Let me link you up the BitChute. Boop. There you go, Elder God. Doink, doink. There's the BitChute link, and I'll link it up here as well. Boink. So you're definitely welcome to join us on our matrix space. We are live streaming on Twitch, on SensorTube, and on BitChute, and this summer we're going to start live streaming on maybe two other platforms, one or two other platforms. We upgraded our internet at the house here, so we're 3 to 4 times faster and more volume, more bandwidth. So hopefully there'll be less streaming issues. Okay. PH Media, hello Cracker God. I mean, oh my god, pilled here we come. Nice, nice. I gotta look into it. I will. We do have a space on Twitter, X, Minds, VK, Gab, Substack, Notes, True Social, Blue Sky, Gab, and Getter, and you're definitely welcome to follow us on those platforms. Okay, gang, should be a good comic book haul. Should be a good comic book haul. Let me take these guys down. And you have a 2-year-old account on Pill. Yeah, we created an account, but I couldn't get it going, right? So gang, take a look at this. I gotta remember to get access to it again. Let me show you these guys. These guys are just hanging out here. Let me show you this because they don't fit in boxes. I bought a couple of original arts. Okay, couple of original arts. These should be okay to show, but I'm gonna cover up one little bit. And these are art pieces. Is this one gonna be okay? I'm gonna show you this one first. These are art pieces by Peter Hsu, H-U-S. Okay, and I looked into him. I didn't know about him, but he's a Chinese, I believe, artist that was around in the 70s and 80s, and did some independent stuff. Some stuff for like heavy metal type of magazines and stuff like this. So I grabbed these. I'm pretty sure they're authentic. You know, it's coming from a collection that we've talked about that had amazing stuff, right? So this is a signed original art, Peter Hsu. I paid $25 for it, and I saw this one on a. He was selling this one colored on another piece, and that one went for you know, $200-300 US, right? But I think this is the pencils that they use for the other one, the colored one, and then this one as well. But I'm going to put my finger on this. Nipple censorship. Right, this one as well. Ended up paying I think 27 for this one. Did I write on there, right? So not a bad piece for. I like it a lot actually. For $26, we paid $26 US for this. Okay, so fun stuff. I don't usually buy too much original art, but if it's around, if I can get it at a good price, why not? This one I didn't know about. It popped in the stuff that this one seller was selling. I looked into it. It looked interesting. The Man with the Getaway Face. The Man with a Getaway Face is like an oversized comic book, like ridiculously cheap. First Ed Parker, and I don't know Ed Parker. Okay, I guess it's this guy, right? Ended up paying like $225 Canadian for it. Came out in 2010. Some people that are into independent books, I'm pretty sure they know about this because some of the other stuff related to that fetches a heavy sum. This one I had to get. The Mutants by Bernie Wrightson from 1970s. It's a sort of a graphic novel of Bernie Wrightson's work. So fantastic. Didn't know about this. Bernie Wrightson, man, the more I look into his work, the more I'm amazed, and the more I want to collect, right? How do you ensure the authenticity of that art? I don't know. I can't ensure the authenticity of that art. The only way I have confidence in it is because it's coming from a collection that's the person was pretty heavy duty collector. Like he had Journey into Mystery number 83, Daredevil number 1, Spider-Man down to like I don't know what numbers, like low numbers, like an older guy collected for a number of years, and he has other pieces that were there, right? Zari, how you doing? The Bernie book is gorgeous. I only want Bernie books. Lower presentations. Zari, yeah, Bernie writes and stuff is just mind-boggling, intricate, like wow, right? Wow, wow. And it's black and white, and there's lots of text in there telling some history and stuff like that, which is cool. I also picked up this thing. Something is Killing the Children slipcase at a ridiculously cheap price. The slipcase volume 1. Like retail value for this is like, what is this? $91 Canadian. I paid 36 bucks for this, brand new, right? I'm guessing they printed a lot of this. There's a lot of copies of this around because Something is Killing the Children number 1, when it first came out, within a few weeks, number 1 first print was selling like for over $1,000, right? So people were chasing that thing mad, right? And the regular cover as well, right? So this is pretty good, great price, right? Sick. BSP. Bernie did the illustrations for Stephen King's Cycle of the Werewolf, I believe. Yeah, Wrightson did a lot of work for many people. Like he was involved in the industry, like huge, and outside goes beyond it. PH Media, you're waiting for this on eBay, the slipcase? Something's Killing the Children. Nice. I'm trying to get one my hands on one that's open, so at a cheap price, so I can read it. I don't want to crack this open. Now let's check this out. Let me show you these things. Now, like I said, this stuff is going to vary, right? Some of it is very highly collectible. Some of it is, to me, everything's collectible, but some of it is higher value. Some of it is lots, sets, getting basically dollar bin, right? To read as much as I can, right? Check this out. Let's see. These ones. Oh, hold on. Let me bring these. Oh yeah, these are the singles that I bought, not in lots. Let me bring these out. Did I show these ones? I don't think I did. No, I don't think I've shown these ones. You might have seen some of these. They might be devils or whatnot. Okay. I don't believe so. No. Check this out. Now these are all just singles, okay? And we'll look at the covers. This is Britic Babes, Senior and Change. Weird question, Shisho. If you had the choice, would you want to be buried in one of those comic book boxes? Cremation, baby, cremation, right? No buried. 1992, paid $8.50 Canadian for it near mint. Superboy, what number is this? Superboy number 46. Okay, graded very good, plus to very good, fine. Paid $10.50 US for this. Okay, the other one's US as well. 1956. Very good plus, $10 US. 1959. Superboy number 61. Okay. Superboy goes for fairly cheap prices. Superboy 74, graded very good, $10 US. 1959. Superboy 79. Fine plus 1350 1960. Superboy 83. Fine plus 1960 2272. Origin and first appearance Kryptonite Kid. This one. Okay. This is modern age, Bronze Age, I guess. Very fine near mint 1988. Bill Stout cover. 1175 US. This is just a standalone Alien Worlds. Okay, it came out after the Alien Worlds series, I believe. After that had like 12 issues. How many issues did it have? Oh, let me put the Superboys on top of the Superboys. Superboy number 84. Okay, very good find. $10. Kurt Swan cover. Rainbow Radar. Liberty 88. 60s DC is a special kind of comic eye candy. Yeah. Oh, but then again, so is Mark Schwartz. Indeed. I bought something Mark Schwartz. I didn't. It's coming. It's not in my hands yet. Superboy 85. Graded at very fine, very fine to very fine minus. Paid 1050 US for this. 1960 Mighty Boy. President Abraham Lincoln appearance in this. I wrote stuff on the back of it. When I'm fun. Not a bad grade. Not a bad grade. Oh God, I see chycho on a mountain of comics burn with this collection. Yes, the dollar books only, please. Superboy 87. Okay, graded a fine plus. Fine, very fine. Okay, 1150. First collie. Crypto appearance. Jerry Siegel story. There's the collie. The first appearance of this dog. Introducing Collie, Crypto super sweetheart. Crypto has a love interest. Fun. Brad, how are you doing on Sensor 2? Beautiful books, chycho. Got a comic show coming up next week at my local HS gym and Nintendo Switch 2. Woohoo! Nice. Man, I haven't been to a comic show for a while. I gotta go to one this year. Zare, who would say was a great Bronze Age writer for Uncanny X-Men? Claremont. X-Men, Claremont. I know there are amazing writers around, but to get into X-Men, the foundation of X-Men is Chris Claremont. You have to read the 80s Chris Claremont. You have to, like, if you want to get into X-Men. That's a must. Late 70s and 80s Claremont up to 90s, right? Superboy 92, graded at very fine minus. $10. Origin of Luthor retold. Origin of Lex Luthor retold. Yeah, main comics go to family for sure. Liberty 88. I can see chycho wisely selling them in 20 years and buying a villa in the country. Yeah, for sure. And or slowly just generating income for you can, when the time you can't work, right? Or burn it in a pyre. But perhaps sinking with the comic ship is the way to go. Haha. Superboy 107. Very fine minus. $10. Zara, I just bought a bunch of Claremont X-Men and $2 bins. Nice. Claremont X-Men, you like, that is the foundation of X-Men. Foundation of X-Men. What inspired grabbing the Superboy run? I don't see those often. It just came up from a seller that I was buying. The one that I bought the art from, that we've been buying a little bit because they got their hands on this collection and they're dumping it. So I'm buying whatever I can from there. That seems like a reasonable price to me. And I've bought Superboy before, and Superboy is the first appearance of Dark Side, right? So pretty important, pretty important. Superboy series goes for dirt cheap. I think it's one of the most affordable runs from that period. Some of them are pretty expensive. Higher grade is more expensive, but great bang for your buck. Great bang for your buck. Hell God, I wasn't really a fan of the X-Men. The movie almost killed me. Claremont X-Men. Claremont X-Men. That's what it's got to be. Really. There are other runs that are amazing, but to me, it is what it is. Fine plus to fine, very fine. $10. Daredevil number 33. Nice price. Nice comic book. Nice grade. And I've been collecting Daredevil if I can get my hands on it, on the cheap, on a reasonable price. Brad Chycho, yeah. I have every X book from 1990, from 94, from number 94 to 300. No way. Nice. Claremont was in his zone with that run. Amazing. Epic, right? And you got number 94, 95, 96, 97. Giant size X-Men. You got giant size X-Men? Brad, amazing run. Anytime soon if it goes. Liberated. I just went to a flea market and bought a $40 stack. I keep trying to go on a comic diet, but the prices are so good right. Yeah, the prices are so good right now, gang. If you're into buying comic books, that's one of the reasons I've been binging on it, as well as I've mentioned before that it's a good idea to diversify. So if you've made money on certain investments, may it be crypto or gold, silver, or whatever it is, not that I'm diversifying out of comic, I'm diversifying into comics, right? Daredevil, fine. 1965, $10, 31, number 31, right? So amazing prices on some stuff. So why not? Is that the Beatle first appearance? No, I don't think. Is that the Beatle first appearance? I don't think that's the Beatle first appearance. Behold, it could be the Beatle first appearance. I didn't write it at the back of it though, but I got a feeling Beatle. It says behold the Beatle, so usually that is the first appearance, right? But it could be the issue before this. Yeah, Eldegoss says Superman prices are about to rise, as well as everything Superboy related, and there's a lot of crazy stuff going on, right? Oh, you don't have Brad, you don't have giant size X-Men number 1. Crap. I don't either, just so you know, and I don't have 94 either, right? I don't have 95. I don't have 90. I don't think I have 96, right? Joss Whedon's Astonishing X-Men was my favorite X book growing up. A fantastic run. I've read some of it. Really good run and very sexy. From what I remember. I'm actually excited for the movie. Yeah, Elder God, me too, for the Superman movie. This one I got at a great price. This one I was super happy to get. I don't think I had this one in my collection because it usually fetches a higher price. Very good find to find. 1967 Daredevil number 30 with Thor. Paid $10 US for this, right? Sorry, my wife keeps trying to get me to sell my comics. No. Dude, I can tell you a story about that. Sell my comics. I keep telling her they're an investment for my daughter when she gets older. 100%. Look, Zare, tell your wife to come and see this little snippet. Zare's wife, are you out of your mind? You know how many times I've had people tell me, oh, you should sell your comics. I'm like, I sell a little bit, and almost everything I've sold I regret because the price has gone up on it, right? One time I went to a comic book show, and these in Vancouver, this East Indian guy, it was a small comic book show. This East Indian guy was sitting behind this book of collection of books he was selling, and I talked to him for a little bit. And what happened is his wife found out he had a storage locker. He was still paying for a storage locker where he had his comic books, and he was newlywed, right? So his wife's like, "What? You're hiding a storage locker?" He goes, "Well, it's just a storage locker. I keep my comic." She thought there was something funky going on, so they went there. It was comic books. She goes, "You have to sell them." So this poor guy was sitting at a comic book convention in Vancouver, small, selling his comic book collection with the most depressing look on his face. I think I bought some comics off of him, and I was like so sad for him, so sad for him. Almost everything I bought from him is probably gone up 10 times, right? And he's probably divorced his wife because he's so pissed that she made him sell his comics. So Zaire's wife, there, don't do it. Daredevil number 29, fine plus fine, very fine, paid $14.50 for it, right? $14.50 for it. Keep your comics. Aldecott says, keep your comics, sell your wife. Sorry, that poor guy, that poor guy. Daredevil number 28, fine, very fine to very fine minus $15.65. It's probably higher than very fine minus. Oh, I was grading these because these weren't graded buying from this guy, right? Sold a bunch of comics, BSB, and OG Star Wars figures a few years back. I now regret it 100%. All right, watch out for those wires. Watch out, watch out. My partner is amazing, encourages me. Daredevil number 27, graded very fine minus $15.65 USD. That ain't his wife, that's a devil moon. Everyone's trash talking wives. Controller Zen says too, poor guy. This one awesome, great price, fine, very fine, $13.50 US, 1965. Daredevil, oh, not Daredevil, Captain America 102. Captain America 102. The Sleeper Strikes. No partner should do that to your husband. No way. Strange Adventures number 157, Plight of the Human Cocoons. Fine plus to very fine minus. That's my grade on it. Paid $17.50 US for this, 1963, right? Nice set of books at a great price, Liberty 88. I got back into comics about 10 years ago, and I had a couple of incidents of feeling just a few. Those haunt, yes, selling just a few. Those haunt me until I pay to get them back. Yeah, me too. Mr. Monster Attack number 1 and 2 copies, number 3, paid $10.50 for this. Dave Dorman covers. Here's number 1. Mr. Monster Attacks. Here's a couple of copies of number 3. Right. Bondage cover. Right. Let's put this. No, let's keep it here for now, and then we'll put it in. Flesh number 1 to 4, near mint copies, $12.50. Pat Mills, one of the greatest British writers. Flesh. I haven't read this. Ooh. Now we do it this way, it's easier. Number 2. I forget who did the covers. I don't know. Mark Sazo. should be the same person, same style. Yeah, Mark Zazo, I think. Here's the name on this one. I don't know if it'll focus. It's too glary. Mark Zazzle. Cool covers. Number 4. Dinosaurs and chicks. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Let me sort this out for a little bit, for a second, gang. Let me do it this way. Amazing Heroes, and Amazing Heroes number 2 and swimsuits. Amazing swimsuit 115, 138, 164. $53 US for this. Check it out. Good price for this. I'm gonna do it one at a time. I don't want it to slip. Right? Betty Page, 1989. Amazing Heroes, 164. Nice cover. Amazing Heroes swimsuit special. Graded at very fine minus. Okay. This one fetches a heavier price in general. Omaha. Yeah, the other one was fine, very fine. Swimsuit, Amazing Hero swimsuit special, number 3. Very fine minus. Cool. Amazing Heroes second annual swimsuit issue. Neil Adams cover. Amazing Heroes number 115. Wonder Woman. Kevin Nolan cover. Graded fine, very fine. Probably very fine minus. I was being a hard ass grader when I was grading these. Now we saw these earlier in another run, but I ended up picking up Ghost, Dark Horse Comics Ghost, but another series, right? So Ghost, this is the first series, number 1 to 13, plus 5 others. Picked it up for $13 US. And these are near mint. Okay. So we have 2 Ghosts series now. Number 2. I might have read 1 or 2 issues of this when it first came out, but I don't remember it. Number 3. We'll give these a read at some point. Ghost, yeah. It didn't catch on. These ones I bought. No, these ones were local buys. There's most of these are local buys from 2 different sellers, maybe 3 different sellers, and there's some buys from a couple of 2 or 3 different eBay people. Okay. Number 4, Don't tell your mom, but I have £100 on the game today on one bet. Nice. Go Whitecaps. Number 5. Number 6. Yeah, it was a dark horse. I remember it at the time, but I never really followed it. There's Madman Mask, Madman the Max, right? And everybody's favorite horned red dude. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. Or sorry, number, wait a second, am I missing number 9? No, that was number 9. Here's 2 copies of number 10. Okay. Bro, I love those 80s and early 90s indies. Remember Fish Police? Yeah. Number 12. Hilarious. All the animal stuff. Cerebus inspired, right? Hilarious. Cerebus is an amazing read. Dave Sim, right? Number 13. Ghost and X. And X I read a little bit. The Three Stooges. Hey, it's Chycho. How are you, pal? Doing good. Dark Horse Comics. And any the Darkness comics? Maybe. Adam Hughes cover. Okay. Ghost Special. Ghost and the Shadow. Ghost Comics First World. Just a $1 one. So Elisa Cameron and her search for the truth surrounding her apparent death. Ghost is a fictional superhero of a eponymous comic book published. Eponymous? What does that mean? Eponymous comic book published by American company Dark Horse Comics. The character appeared in specials and monthly titles detailing the afterlife of Alyssa Cameron and her search for the truth surrounding her death. I have Darkness on Kindle. It's a decent book. Not bad. Amazing artwork. I'll show you this one before we see the other ones. These are Legionnaires. Annual. Related to Legion of Superheroes. Number 1. 2. 3. 4. I'm not sure how this run is actually. Never read it. 5. 6. Legionnaires Under the Sea, number 7. Adam Hughes cover. Brainiac. I love Brainiac. Or Brainiac 5, number 8. Number 9. Number 10. over 11. Number 12. 13. 14. The Three Stooges. That's a nice collection you got. Thanks. Number 15. This one too. Adam Hughes cover. Nice cover. Number 16. I think this is the last in the run. No, is it the last in the run? This is the last that I have anyway. Guess who's back? Beautiful cover. Beautiful cover. Really like this. Adam Hughes. This is classic Adam Hughes. This is one of the best Adam Hughes covers. I'd like to read this now. Now, let's take a look at. Here's some more of those pulp magazines. And giant size Superman. But here's some of those pulp magazines. Fantastic novels. Graded fine, very fine. Paid $10.50 for it. This is, I got some notes in the back of this thing. March 1948, volume 1, number 6. Lawrence art. Anyway, this stuff has been cool. The collection that the guy's selling. Let's put this here. Fantastic novels. Volume 2, number 3, September 1945. Beautiful cover. Paid $10 for this one. Beautiful cover. Fine, very fine. This one fetches a heavier price. This weird tales from these pulp magazines. Weird tales. Crazy prices on some of these. Some of these sell for like $200-300. This is graded very fine, very high grade. I got a great deal on this. $31 US. This is the Canadian variant. Okay, volume 38, number 4, September 1947. Right. The US version came out then. Beautiful. I figured you appreciate that cover over there. Wonder Stories, graded fine plus, paid $10 for this. 1952. These sci-fi covers are the best. Wonder Stories, 1951, volume 38, number 3, $10. Fine, very fine. Fantastic Stories, quarterly. Great fine, paid $10. Earl Brigley cover. A lot of these are Earl Brigley cover. Found him through buying these, right? 1950, volume 1, number 1. Super Science Stories. Super Science Stories. Look at that. Graded very good. $10.50 US. July 1940, volume 1, number 3. Day of the Comet. I wonder if that's the same story, Day of the Comet, with the movie where if you've seen the movie, I'm going to give spoilers. An older movie where people watch the comet, look at the comets coming down, and they go blind. So almost all of humanity goes blind. Very good. Paid $20.50 for this. Volume 1, number 4, 1943. Super Science. Very cool, very cool. And then Giant Size Superman number 3 annual, graded very good, paid $10 for this. Put these guys back and we'll grab another box. We're gonna grab that one. Okay, let me put this guy. We'll put this guy here for now. Cool. Fun collection. It's been amazing just looking up these books and just getting them, like trying to build runs and stuff if I can. That movie was great, eh? The Day of the Triffids, is that what it was called? Or was the day of the comet? Was it the Day of the Triffids? That was a great movie. No, Aldegard? That was a fun movie. That's right. There you go. This guy's a little loose. I gotta fix that. Oh yeah, nice. Okay, let's take a look at these. That's a nice selection. The 40s art and 50s was pretty cool. They had style. Wait, they had some in the 30s too, right? Yeah. Some in the 30s as well. I'm sure they did. 100%. Some of these pulps started off in the 30s, and just imagine the sci-fi feel of this stuff, and it was inspirational, some of the stuff, until the comic code came and hit and they started censoring everything up the yin yang. Yeah, me too. The Super Science covers, these pulp magazines, I've started looking into them. We'll see what we can get, right? PH Media, you just inspired me to catch up on some issues I needed from eBay. They didn't have at the shop today. Thanks you, my pleasure. Media. Great collection, thanks. Whatever channel YouTube. But 2 more issues today. Nice. Oh my god. A meteor shower blinds most of the world's population and spreads spores that cause triffid plants to become animated. Bill Mason, a merchant navy officer, escapes the catastrophe. I think so. I'd like to watch that again. Actually, it was a great story. Would love to see Fantastic Four run done in the super science part. Oh, it would be amazing. Just imagine. Would they allow it? Okay, these are going to be singles, but there's going to be some in runs as well. Okay, let me show you. The Phantom number 39, graded at very fine, paid $10.50 for this. 1970. It's a Nazi cover. Look at that, there's Nazis there. There's a Ditko story in this. Okay. The Phantom number 38, paid $7.50 for this. Fine, very fine. Jim Aparo cover, 1970. Another Daredevil number 40, paid $26 Canadian for this. 1968, Gene Colan art, graded fine. I should put that with the other one. Oh well, we'll keep everything mixed. So the US ones was from a different seller, the Canadian price ones are for a different seller, right? X-Men, like I said, Claremont X-Men number 182, graded near mint, paid $11.50 Canadian for it. 1984. The Phantom series, that one, no, that one is from the 1960s. But they must the Phantom series is independent. It's like Conan, right? So I'm pretty sure they're still continuing to license and publish it. A new Phantom came out recently, 2025. HP Media says. Jessica Alba couldn't even save the old Phantom. Yeah, Jessica Alba at the time too. Very hot, very hot. I'd pay much attention, but the first issue came out in May. Did it? Okay. Haven't read the Phantom in at least 20 years. Yeah, I know. The movie wasn't bad actually. X-Men number 180, graded near mint, paid 16.50 for this. Okay. Maybe as invisible clothes. This is the first appearance of Leech. X-Men number 179, graded near mint, paid 16.50 Canadian. I like the Leech character. There's a Phantom game that released last year. Wow. X-Men number 170, graded very fine, paid 8.50 for this. Canadian newsstand variant. Lonely Piggy, how you doing, yo Chicho? Finally another stream during the day off for me. Glad to have me. Glad to have you, brother. Glad to have you. X-Men number 168. I have most of these. All right. Very fine near mint. 28.90 for this. 29 bucks for this. It's the first appearance of adult Madeline Pyre, and she's a clone of Jean Grey, who they had Cable with. Messed up stories. Chris Claremont. Amazing. I love this cover, by the way. Right, Kitty Pryde. The Three Stooges. Wasn't there a Phantom movie in the 90s? Yeah. Bill, what was his name? It wasn't bad actually. Very fine near mint, graded 15.50. It's got a tattoo insert, newsstand edition. I'm currently watching Dark Angel. Are you? Lonely Piggy Work is absolutely kicking my ass. Oh no. X-Men number 166, first appearance of Lockheed, and like Lockheed, Kitty's little dragon. Right, near mint minus, paid 11.50 for this. Billy Zane, thank you very much, controllers. Then thank you very much. So those are the X-Mans. How about Doctor Strange number 182, graded good, paid 4.25 Canadian for this. Doctor Strange 180. It's a double cover. Fine, very fine. Paid $71 for this. Okay, for the double cover aspect of it. Paid a heavy price for this, for double cover. Right? Should we see the double cover? Let's take a look at the double cover. Must be done. Yeah, 1970s, 80s uncanny covers. X-Men are the best. So good, so good. Check this out. All right. Double cover. And I've seen on CGC slap books, they grade the first cover as well as the second cover. Right? Like, I don't know how many double cover collectors there are, but I'm pretty sure there aren't too many double covers around of this. Very cool. Tank says, give me double covers. You like the double covers, eh? I just started sort of looking for them to a certain degree, or trying to get them. Wow, I've never seen a double cover. Yeah, they're not very common. In the last little while, we've grabbed like, this is the third double cover we've grabbed, right? Actually, I'm gonna put these like this, and like this. Okay. We're gonna look at more Doctor Strange. Let me bring these out. And Strange Tales. Doctor Strange 178, fine, paid 27 bucks for this. Canadian. 177, graded very good. This is a new costume, paid 30 bucks Canadian for this. 1976, oh sorry, 1976, issue numbers 176, very good find, paid 17.50 for this. 1969. Number 175, very good find, 27 bucks Canadian. First clear cover appearance, first appearance son of Satanish. There's Clea right there. Dum, dum, dum. Doctor Strange number 174, very good find, paid 20 bucks for this. I should have basically almost a full run of the series. This came out of after what do you call it, Strange Tales, of course, right? Brad, my best double cover in my collection would have to be First Deathlock. Nice. Number 25, I guess, right? I own multiple double covers and test price variance. Super rare, super rare. Doctor Strange 173, graded very fine, paid 45 Canadian for this. There's some crazy price variance around, like you can't even find them in price books. Lower grade, Doctor Strange 171, graded good plus, paid 10.50 for this. Doctor Strange, no, not Doctor Strange, Strange Tales number 156, graded it good. Okay. Spider-Man's in this. Jim Steranko art, covered by Mary Severn. Mary Severn was huge for Marvel Comics, right? She was the lady that kept out all the churn, really. Not Doctor Strange, Strange Tales 152, graded very good plus, paid 10.50 for this. I'm gonna pull this stack out. And then put some of these back. I'm gonna do it so it's organized. Check this out. We bought a copy of this from another seller. Okay. High grade, and I love the cover, so I ended up getting another one at a lower grade from a different seller. Death Hawk Adventure number 2, graded fine, very fine to very fine minus, paid 10 bucks for this. Dave Dorman, Alice Levi, Miller Lewis, 1988. That's a great BDS cover. Brad, Chycho, those Doctor Strange, they're good. They're lower grade, but they're amazing books, right? I'm jealous. Haha. Everybody's jealous of everybody's comic book collection. I'm jealous of your collection. You got lots of double covers. This is Rocketeer Adventures variant cover. Came out in, when did this come out? This came out recently. Dave Stevens, but this one's on the rare side. I ended up getting a really good price, near mint to near mint plus. Got it for 10 bucks Canadian. Right. Punisher War Journal, near mint minus, grabbed it for 5 bucks to near mint. Killer cover indeed. Oh my god, you had 14 million 605 in one chance of finding that comic. Incredible Hulk number 155. Graded fine, paid 10.50 for this. You love the Rocketeer movie? Fun. From the 1980s, early 1990s, late 1980s, early 1990s. Jen Conley, haba haba haba. Marvel Comics presents Weapon X number 79. Ended up paying 8.50 for this. I have this, but it's, you know, it's gone up in price because it's the first full appearance of Weapon X, or Wolverine in his Weapon X outfit, right? Oh, that's a Doctor Strange reference. Ah, okay. Yeah, they did in the movies. They did that. Thanks, Elder God. Some of the stuff goes over my head. Web of Spider-Man number 119. First Kane, or Kane, not Kane appearance. Okay, paid 16.50 for this. Graded fine, or not fine, very fine. Spectacular Spider-Man Maximum Carnage story 202. Paid mint, paid $3 for this. Web of Spider-Man 103 near mint minus, paid $3 for this. Spectacular Spider-Man 201 near mint, $3. Crazy to think of how long Conley has been doing comic book films. Yeah, Connolly. Captain Marvel making him pull the power stone was the 1 in 14 million chance. I hate those things when they do those, by the way. What was Spider-Man 101 near mint minus, $3. This one I really like. I love this cover. Web of Spider-Man 38 near mint minus, paid $6.40 for this. Hobgoblin, beautiful cover. I really like this cover. Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man 94 near mint minus, cloak and daggers in there. You've seen this comic before. Actually, I'll do it this way. I don't think I've shown this one. Spectacular Spider-Man 203 near mint minus, $3. Carnage. Love Carnage. And you've seen this one before. I've bought multiple copies since buying the first one during one of the last few comic book haul videos. Now I'm trying to get up to 10 copies of this. I think we're at number 9 or something. Spidey Super Stories. Paid 32 Canadian for this. Graded fine to fine plus. Fun. Love this cover still. Aliens versus Predator comics interview number 87. Came out in 1991. Aliens versus Predator sort of talk about the movie. Okay, paid $7 for this. Prowler Ranger. Crazy to think Maximum Carnage started the month after Harry died as the Green Goblin. Much less filler back then. Good stories in almost every issue. Yeah, they were super fun. Twisted Tales near mint, $5. Love me some Twisted Tales. Check this out. Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man number 1. Paid $40 for this. Near mint minus. First Tarantula. Forever this thing has been at a low price, slowly kicking up. I bought a copy of went to the comic book store, copy of the recent Batman, Absolute Batman, Number 8. I like this cover. Mr. Freeze, Mr. Freeze. And we got ourselves another copy of Alien Encounters number 6. They Live, inspiration for the They Live movie, right? Paid 30 bucks Canadian for this. Graded near mint minus to almost near mint, I called this, right? And this is one of the other ones that I've been trying to get multiple copies of. Okay. Now, one of the comic book hauls we did, oh yeah, we've seen the rest of these. Okay, one of the one of the other comic book hauls we did, we got ourselves a copy of Tim Bruce Timm cover of spicy cover from the 1980s, from Spicy Tales. I forget what number it was. I think it was number 8 or number 7 or number 11, right? And I didn't know about the Spicy Tales cover, so I was able to find a lot on eBay, and I ended up buying it. Okay, ended up paying, there's 6 issues here, number 2 to number 6, and this one is the special, which is I think the reprint of number 1. Okay, these are high grade. This one was very fine minus to very fine. I sort of ended up grading these, ended up paying for all 6 comics, ended up paying $72 Canadian. Now that I know about the series, I wanted to get my hands on it. So that's a reprint of number 1, I believe. Here's number 2. Cool. Here is number 3, and I was doing some research on something, and this is a cover of Police Detective Stories. These are reprint, by the way, reprint of Golden Age, the stories Golden Age, spicy stories and detective stories and a good girl stories and stuff like this, right? Hello, Fida, salutations, hope you're doing well. But this is a reprint of a cover from Police Detective Stories, I believe, from 1950s or 1940s. Very cool cover, and the original cover looks better than this actually, right? Yeah, totally Golden Age, right? And then of course Spicy Tales, so it's got erotic stuff in there, right? This is number 4, bondage stuff. Alfida, I'm good, thank you, hope you're doing okay as well. Indeed. Here's number 5. I'm gonna cover up this part. Hold on. 2 hands for this. Oh man, how do I do this? I know how to do this. number 5. Right, fun. And there's number 6, and this one, by the way, this character here, what's her name? I forget her name. Number 6, right? And this character here is called, she's like a detective character, and her story is told in almost all of these comics. Sleuth, did something sleuth, remove the green and repeat. And her spiel in the stories is she's like a detective person, gets into these places where people are trying to kill her and stuff like this, and they tear off her clothes, So in almost every story, or most of the stories, or a lot of their stories, she gets her clothes torn off, right? And let me find the name of it. Hold on, I might have written the name behind these. No, I didn't. Did I write it on here? No, I didn't. Okay, we gotta crack it open. I wrote down, this is a beautiful book, beautiful copy. Like, fantastic copy. Like, really nice copy. Her name is Sally the Sleuth. Sally the Sleuth. That's her right there, right? Sally the Sleuth. And then she gets her clothes torn off. Let me see if we get to the place where her clothes are torn off. Yeah, I don't want to manhandle this too much. Like, you know, up here there's a bondage cover thing here, right there, right? Like, she's getting into this fight and she's already having her clothes torn off. See this? She's chasing him with her clothes, gets in there, follows the car, jumps on the car, and then she's getting her clothes torn off. It's super funny, super funny. Oh god, I miss free expression. Yeah, we're gonna get back into it. There's no doubt society's just gonna take all this censorship and go to hell with this, but the camel's backs needs to break first. PH Media, you love mystery stories yourself. Yeah, these pulp magazines, so many mystery stories in them. Super cool. The rest of these we've already seen. Okay, so let me put these back and then we'll hit up another book. Not another box, not another book. Nice. Where's the lid? This thing is a little loose, so the light keeps on going off on it. Let me show you that box there. Solomon, that was like pouring to them back in the day, to a certain degree on the mainstream front, but back in the day, in the golden age of comics, there's some heavy duty stuff that they needed to pass a laws to censor so people wouldn't publish them, right? So don't dismiss the people back during 1930s, 40s, 50s. They were way more open with their sexuality to a certain degree than people are now. A lot of people are, the sexuality in these days is a little twisted, right? Because it wasn't allowed to flourish properly, so it's mutated in a weird way, right? I think if there was open expression and freedom of speech, society would look a lot different than it does now. Society's sick right now, mainly because people weren't allowed to express themselves freely, right? These ones, okay, I'll show you these ones first. Let me show you these. Oh yeah, I gotta show. Okay, we're gonna start here and go this way, because these ones I bought on a lot that some other stuff came with too, really cheap, like they were less than $1 a comic. Right. Yeah. So two different buyers. These ones were in US. Actually, this was like I bought this much here, plus some of the pulp magazines, for like $30 US, which was really cheap. But I'll show you these ones first. We'll go this way. Amazing Spider-Man 325, graded at near mint. Paid 754. Todd McFarlane, of course, right? Classic cover. This one too. Amazing Spider-Man 323, graded near mint. Paid $20 for this. Classic cover. This run, McFarlane's run, is just classic. Like, one of the most sought after, right? Near mint minus Todd McFarlane paid $15.50 for this. Right. The Three Stooges. So do you got some of those heavy duty comics from back then, Chycho? You know, Hot Smut. Yeah, I've been buying some of them. Yeah, I've been buying some of them. Daredevil, the Man Without Fear, number 1 to 5, paid $20 for this. Frank Miller, all near mint. Narwhals, McFarlane Spider-Man, eh? Number 1, number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And number 5, with the yellow costume back in the bottom. Frank Miller, John Romita Jr., Al Williamson, Christy Scheel, Joe Rosen. Right? Let me just do this. Evil Hulk. Don't censor this. Elder Hulk. Is that Evil Hulk? Is that you, Elder God? I just popped up the BitChute chat. Actually, I'll put this here. Give us some room there. In one of the last comic book hauls we did, that's you, Elder God. Nice. There's science to hotness. Wally Wood, science fiction and sexuality, sex. He was the ultimate in combining science fiction and sexuality. Amazing. In one of the comic book hauls we did, I asked about Alric, if people had read Alric. Liberty 88 said he liked it. Crack said he didn't like it too much. I ended up buying a few runs of it because I haven't checked it out. This is Michael Moroc's Alric, Bane of the Black Sword, number 1 to 5. Paid like cheap. I bought these less than $1 each, right? Fine, very fine, $4.50. Right. I'll try to give one of these runs a read to see if I'm into it. Number 2. Probably the lowest grade one, which is this one. The rest are probably very fine. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. And these are stories taken from just like Conan, right? From pulp stories. I'm not sure when Elric came out. But they're based on books. Elric, The Vanishing Tower, number 1 to 6. Fine, very fine as well. Paid $5.50 for this, for these set. So these 6 comics. Number 2. Is Elric the same universe as Conan? I don't know. I don't think so, controller Zen. I don't think it is. Same style of stories, I think, but different writer created it, and it came way after Conan. I believe Elric. Conan was 1930s, 40s. Elric, I think, 50s, maybe 60s. But I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on it. Number 5. I've seen the name floating around. There's the original print books. They fetch a fair sum. Not the comic books, but the books that these comics are based on, right? Tales told in the dark. Salutations. Hope you're doing well. Ryan MC. Smoking some Irish Cannibal X Blue Dream. Cheers. Cheers. Elric of Melbury, number 1 to 6, fine, very fine. So they're all fine, very fine. I think this is the first run. Paid $5.50 for this. I think I'll be reading it. Elric. Conan the Barbarian, also known as Conan the Cimmerian, is a fictional sword and sorcery hero created by American author Robert E. Howard, 1906 to 1936, and he committed suicide. His death is sad. And who debuted in 1932 and went on to appear in a series of fantasy stories published by Weird Tales magazines. Cool. 1932, Conan first appeared. Elric of Meldebone, number 2. I think I'll have to read this one because I think this is the first one put into comic book format. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Awesome. And then we got some singles. Heavy hitters. Oh yeah. Oh, you guys are gonna love this. Hold on, I'll show you these guys. I'll show you these guys first, and then we'll do the next set. Oh, the other over there, what I'm about to show you. I love all these, but that one I'm very happy about. Avengers number 77. Paid $10 for this. Good price. Graded it very fine minus to very fine. And these are US funds, by the way. The other ones were Canadian, these are US. Okay. Avengers number 75. Paid $21.50 for this. Fine plus. This is the first appearance of Archon. Avengers number 76. Graded very fine. Paid $31 for this. First Vision and Scarlet Witch meeting. Okay. Roy Thomas and John Buscema. Superman number 187. Assemble. Number 187, graded very fine. Paid $10 for this. Kurt Swan cover. Jerry Siegel script. Lois Lane annual number 1. Very cool. Graded very good. Paid $30 for this. Chycho, we are missing someone. Who are we missing? Crack? Who are we missing? We're missing a lot of people. We're missing Cheryl, that's for sure. Where is Cheryl? She's busy. Silver Surfer number 1 is a one shot. Graded very fine. Stanley and John Bernard. Stanley. Oh, Batman. Ah, you're talking about in chat. Or I don't have any. I didn't show you any Batman. I might have Batman here. I do have Batman. I gotta. I'll show you, but there should be a Batman here. There should be an old school Batman here. It might be in this one. I think it's in that one. Silver Surfer number 13. Graded fine, very fine. For 34 bucks US. First appearance of Doomsday Man. Captain Marvel number 31. Jim Starlin cover. Avengers and Thanos are in this. Near mint minus. Paid 20 bucks. Let's see if there's any Batman here. No, but I'm about to show you something that's gonna make collectors drool. Do we have any Batman here? Let me see. No, the Batman's in this. Okay. And we're gonna look at it for sure. Check this out. I got my hands on Swamp Thing. Oh my gosh, Silver's a result. Rights in Swamp Thing. Number 2 to number 9. I'm missing number 1. And I have some of the other ones. Some of these are in really good condition. One thing I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you this one. Check this out. This one, I made a note of this. I want to show you this. But I'm going to show you guys the covers first. So, and the prices. So, Swamp Thing number 2. Graded very fine. Paid 28 bucks for this. Okay. But there's a catch to this. Rights under God. There's a catch to this. The cover was switched on this. Okay. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to put this on the side. I'm going to show you this. So, I probably paid a higher price for this, but I'm buying this from a guy in town. Okay, and this is USD, by the way, in town, that didn't know, you know, he's just selling someone else's collection. So I'm okay with it because some of the other ones were amazing. I would say fine, very fine. Paid $10 for this. Yeah, Elder God, I'll show you. Number 3. Number 4, fine plus. Paid 20 bucks for this. Swamp Thing. 1973. This cover, phenomenal cover. One of my favorite Ryson covers, like phenomenal. Swamp Thing number 5. This is very fine plus to very fine near mint. Paid $10 for this. This is an absolutely amazing cover. Like, what a cover. What a cover. Look at Swamp Thing. Just a rage in him. Love it. Swamp Thing number 6. Graded very fine. Paid $10 for this. Felix. Michael Moorcock is an English writer. He is actually 85 years old. He wrote Elric stories in 1960s and 70s. Okay, cool. So Elric came out in 1960s, right? Ryan, hoping we can one day find a rare Cuban comic from the Caridad Blanco collection of his Historietas Cubanas. They are revolutionary comics from the early 1960s. You know what, Ryan? When I went to Cuba, I went to a museum that had some of the artwork of that. Right? Absolutely phenomenal Cuban, like so unique, so unique. And this is in the 90s. And man, amazing, amazing. HP Media, and this is another rights and cover, which is absolutely amazing. First meeting, oh my god, you ready? First meeting of Swamp Thing and Batman. This is very graded and very fine, near mint. Okay, paid $51 for this US. First Swamp Thing Batman meeting, beautiful cover. PH Media, quick question, would you recommend buying mystery boxes of comics off eBay? I've never done it, and I wouldn't personally. I would just look for sellers that usually don't sell comic books, and they're just selling them in a lot, right? Just buy lots. And I've gotten my hands on some amazing comic books and lots. You might pay a higher price than mystery, but I'm not into mystery other than locally from a seller that I know. Swamp Thing number 8, graded very fine, paid $10 for this. Brad, now you're just showing off. This is a beautiful cover too. This is a classic Swamp Thing cover, right? Very fine to very fine plus. Swamp Thing number 9, paid $36.50 for this. This is probably the most classic Swamp Thing cover, or most classic Swamp Thing representation. Bernie Wrightson's, right? Ryan, that's so close to mint. My side is unclean. Hilarious. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. Cover, I would say cover replaced, right? Check this out. Sal's meowing. You can hear him, yeah? Check this out. Hold on. Let me take off the remnants of the tape. I don't want it to snag on this. So I was looking at this. I was trying to figure out, you know, what the grade in the comic was. So I wrote it as very fine because initially I didn't recognize this, right? Prowler Engine. So you think it would be better to piece out a collection to sell on eBay rather than selling boxes of random books? I would say put runs together. If they're fluff, if they're like, you know, they're not so highly sought after, right? There could be amazing books, but no one's chasing them yet. I would put sets together or do stuff like that. You could do mystery. I don't know. I've never bought mystery, right? So take a look at this. Nice book, right? Nice book, right? And I was flipping through it. So I was flipping through it, flipping through it, flipping through it, and then I'll show you. I came to the center fold and I went, there's double staples, right? 2 staples. See that? 2 in the top and 2 in the bottom. I was like, what? What's going on here? Is this like a printing defect? Right? So 2 in the top, 2 in the bottom. While we got this open, let's see if we can find nice panels. Oh, let's see the first. Yeah, like look at this. Right? Beautiful. Beautiful, right? Right. So you notice the 2 staples. And it came because it wasn't in the front part. Like in the front part, you can't see the staples, right? When you look at the front, you can't see the staples, but in the back you can. I have some man thing to show you as well, Brad. And then check it out. In the back, see the staple? But you see that right there? So the cover was missing from the body of this issue, or it was in rough shape and they tore it off, and that's the remnants of the previous cover, and they put on the new cover. So I think that's what's going on, right? I think that's what's going on. Yeah, I don't think the staples are removed because it's just the cover was missing, so they put a new cover on, maybe, right? But someone that has dealt with this would know better. Brad saying, who would win, Man Thing or Swamp Thing? I put money on Swamp Thing. That happened at printer. Did it happen at printer? Cover was torn off and they put it through again. Is that why, Stan? Or is this someone putting the cover on? Would that be at the printer? Would they do that for one issue? I think it would be someone doing it. Lark Bark, hello Chycho, and everyone. Good afternoon, good afternoon. If it happened in the printer, fantastic. Then it hasn't been touched, so it gives it value, right? No, at printer, I guarantee. Really, Stan? Then I'm super happy. I'm going to change my note here. Cover switched, double staple, cover fixed. I'm going to cross it. I put switched there. I'm going to fixed. Really, I have a Supergirl one that happened to, except the interior is upside down, but for stable. Really, I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before. Felix, they call that a married cover. Really? Looks clean, too clean for an amateur. Yeah, yeah. So I guess it happened on the printer, and that's fantastic. So I'm crazy happy. Special edition. Special edition. I'm surprised they would do it for one comic if they're putting a whole bunch of comics through, right? Yeah, I don't know how they would have gone about printing those, right? But crazy happy about this, right? Crazy happy about this. Check this out, check this out, check this out, check this out. Swamp Thing. Bernie writes a Swamp Thing. Crazy happy. And high grade, some of them, right? Platonic Plurist, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Brave and the Bold, number 62, graded very fine. 1450, first Silver Age appearance of Wildcat. There's Huntress and Sportsmaster in this. Nice high grade, very fine. Brave and the Bold, number 61, graded fine, very fine to very fine minus. Okay, paid. Oh, how much did I pay on this one? I paid yeah, 1450 on this one US. Okay, for this one I paid $43 US. Origin of Black Canary and Starman in text. First Silver Age mist appearance. Liberty 88, you say Swamp Thing number 2 and number 9 are two of the best covers of Rights and Run. I would say 2 and 9, 100%, 100%. Two beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The one with Batman is amazing, but to me, my favorite is this one. It's just, I love this one. The Swamp Thing number 5. I love the color, the orange color of it, and just beautiful, beautiful, right? Beautiful. And the Batman cover, absolutely amazing. And number 9, Batman cover, and number 9, right? All of it, all of it, all of it. Put those ones there. Brave and the Bold, number 65, graded very fine, fine, very fine, very fine minus to very fine, $23, somewhere around there. Love those silverish Brave and the Bolds with the goldenish characters. Yeah, yeah. This one is super cool. Brave and the Bold 32. Okay, it's the second Cave Carson appearance. It's a second appearance, and they go into the hollow earth, right? Liberty 88. Oh, Swamp Thing number 5 is on the best as well. Very Frazetta, yeah, very Frazetta inspired action scene, yeah. But Bernie writes and twists to it, right? So Hollow Earth, all those conspiracy stuff you hear about, conspiracy, whatever theories about Hollow Earth, it's not nothing new. It's been around since the golden age of comics, right? There's lots of Hollow Earth stories in pulp magazines and stuff. Oh, we already oh, we saw this one. We saw these ones. We saw these ones. We saw those ones. Oh, we saw these ones. Here we go. First issue number 8. First appearance of Warlord. Love Hollow Earth stuff since reading H.G. Wells as a kid. Yeah. Hollow Earth stuff is amazing. And that's one of the things I loved about the Godzilla TV series that came out with that just recently came out with like 10 episodes or something, or 8 episodes. It's related to Hollow Earth, which fantastic. I really liked it. Right. I first remember Starman from Starman #1, October 1988. Rocketeer #1. Rocketeer magazine #1. Fine, very fine. Paid $5.22 for this, Canadian. Lois Lane #108. Graded fine, very fine. 1506. Lois Lane #109. Paid $15 for this. Fine, very fine. Rose and Thorn appearance. Lois Lane #110. Graded fine. Paid $10.50 for this. Was it 91 how the gods Starman? Plutonic Polaris, quote, unexplored depths which physically explores only a tiny fraction of the Earth's interior. Beyond 12 kilometers, we rely on indirect methods like seismology, gravity measurements, and magnetic studies. Yeah, geophysics, what I did. So I've looked at some of that stuff. Jimmy Olsen, Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, #103. Graded fine. Paid $11.50 for this. Jimmy Olsen, #133. Graded good, very good. $8.50. First Jack Kirby's Fourth World issue. Right, so it built from here. Chycho. This one is the first appearance of Hitman. Demon Annual #2. Superman comics related. Oh god, you got a lot of Superman related to Lois Lane. I like him. Lois Lane, again, cheap, goes for a reasonable price. Graded very fine. Paid $19 Canadian for this. First Hitman. Metal Men #7. These are mixed between Canadian and US prices. Fine, very fine. $10.50 US. Metal Man #8. Fine to fine plus, fine minus to fine. $10.50 US. Hello Kev, how are you doing? This one, gang. Ready? Were we talking X-Men? Were we talking X-Men? This one's heavy duty. This is a what do you call it? It might be a holy grail, but it's a heavy hitter, this one. X-Men #18. Graded at fine, very fine to very fine minus. Okay. 1966. Paid 118 bucks US for this. Another heavy hitter. I paid a little too much for this. 18 bucks? No, X-Men number 18. Yeah, yeah. I wish I could buy this for $18, but X-Men number 18. Whoa. Catch it, be careful. This one. Did I pay too much for this? Maybe a little bit too much. Maybe a little bit too much. I did pay a little bit too much, but it's fair value. So for me, it's too much. Green Lantern, number 14. First appearance of Sonar. Okay, graded at very fine to very fine near mint. So it's a really high grade. Okay. Paid 150 bucks US for this. First Sonar. Now the God, World of Metropolis was a 4-issue limited series published from August until November 1988. The series provided previously unknown historical background on the Daily Planet, Perry White, Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, and even Lex Luthor. So much tribute comics, so much tribute comics. We got a Daredevil run here. Ready? Daredevil number 39. Fine, very fine. 25 bucks. First appearance Exterminator. That was 39. This is number 40. Very fine. Very fine minus. Paid 1850 US for this. Daredevil 41. Fine plus 25 bucks US. Daredevil 42. Very fine plus, paid 38 US. Origin and first appearance of Jester. And it's got a full page ad for Silver Surfer number 1. So predates Silver Surfer number 1. Oh, you mentioned that run, Eldegoss. I mentioned that run because it's first Lois Lane collection, was it? Wow. Controllers and did Chycho cash in some Bitcoin? What the fuck is going on here? Like I said, Bitcoin at 100,000 plus, I would be lightening the load, which I would say, right? Which you shouldn't say. The first thing about crypto, you don't, you can't tell people about your crypto position. Good plus 650 Canadian, right? I diversify out of crypto. Avengers number 26. This was graded a fair good. Paid 325 for it. Still a great price for fair good, right? And this one we paid 650 for, good plus. Okay, what I'm going to show you now is this stack here. We'll go through it quickly because all of this plus a bunch of comics in this, I ended up getting for like 30 bucks US. It was like dirt cheap. First rule of crypto is you don't talk about crypto. Eldegoss says it. Eldegoss says it, right? Eldegoss says it. Flash Gordon number 13, and these vary in grade. Some cash out, gets rich, the crypto is over. What do you call it? The grades on these vary from fine to very fine near mint. Okay, or mint. Amazing Heroes number 1. No, which number is this? Number 55. This one, Elder God. Flash Gordon had some amazing covers. It wasn't collectible at all for a long time, and then all of a sudden the prices of these are going up like mad. Bruh, just in awe of these books. Is so much history here, so much. This is interesting. I've never heard about this. Here, I'll show you this one first. Fenray, book 1. I don't know this at all, right? Wait a second, is there? I think the sun is shining from somewhere, maybe. Oh yeah, from the lighting will get better soonish. From the skylight. 6. Hold on, book 1. Check this out. Piers Anthony's Incarnation of Immortality on a Pale Horse. I was hoping that this was going to be anyway, differences, but this is interesting. On a Pale Horse, number 1, and these are what do you call it? Sort of prestige format books, and it's based on a book series that came out. On a Pale Horse, number 1, number 2, 2 of 6. Beautiful covers. Number 3. Brad, be a friend. Send me those comics. Number 4. Have you read this, Eldegot, the book? Number 5. I don't think I have number 6. I don't think 6 came with the set. Okay. This is Jim Shooter when he lost his battle to keep Valiant Comics, which was one of the most amazing things to happen in comic book industry, like in comic book history. When Valiant Comics came about, with Jim Shooter starting Valiant Comics, and you know, if you follow my work, you know that I love the Valiant universe. And then lawyers, he got in bed with lawyers, or he had to get in bed with lawyers and investors, and they pushed him out of Valiant Comics, and then he started a company called Defiant, and this is the run from that. Defiant, Warriors of Plasm, number 1. I've read some of this when it first came out. It was okay. It wasn't phenomenal. It was interesting stories. Warriors of Plasm, number 2, right? But it didn't stick. It didn't stick. Warriors of Plasm, number 3. Warriors of Plasm, number 4. A lot of this was printed because people were seriously putting heavy money into Jim Shooter. Number 5, because he came out with a Valiant universe, so people were assuming that these were going to be just as hot. Warriors of Plasm, Home for the Holidays, sort of a prestige format. And then we got Legion of superheroes. Like I said, I've been reading Legion of Superheroes, right? Legion of Superheroes Index. This is sort of what you need to read the Legion of Superheroes from 1980s with Keith Giffen that I'm reading. Index. In the beginning, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and these are like in mint condition. Number 5, no, number, yeah, number 5. And this is a different one. That's the index, and then this is a who's who in the Legion of Superheroes, number 5 of 7. Right. ESPers, Eclipse Comics. ESPers number 1. Oh, Felix, they only published 5 of the 6 series of the Pale Horse. They actually only published 5 out of the 6. No, so there is no 6. Oh crap. Number 2. Number 3. This is a Gaddafi and Ayatollah Khomeini. Gaddafi's Libya, Libya's Gaddafi, and Iran's Ayatollah Khomeini. Right. I'm curious to read that one. ESPers number 4. Nuclear explosion background. Had the sickle you got by the name of ESPers. Yeah, didn't know about it either. ESPers number 5. The Liquidator. Book 2, The Liquidator. And then we got Outlanders, some manga. Yeah. Outlanders number 3. And this is Dark Horse Comics. Ooh. Outlanders number 12. Outlanders special number 1. I haven't read this, don't know this. Johi Manaba, Outlanders Epilogue. We got a couple of these, I think, but then the guy had more, so we grabbed. It came with a lot that we paid like basically nothing for. A Distant Soil number 2. This should be number 3. Yeah, number 3. Number 4. I think this is based on a book series. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. And number 10. Again, all of these together would be Overtime. We're in overtime. We're in overtime. We gotta hit this one up. And then there's another short box here. We'll have to do another one. Catwoman series that came out in the 90s. Catwoman number 1. I read some of this before. Catwoman number 2. I don't remember it too well. Number 3. I'm not sure how she keeps balance with being that top heavy. You have this, yeah. Elegant. I don't have this many of them. I had a handful of issues. Number 5. Number 6. Anti-gravity. Bro, I missed the 90s controllers. Number 7. The God, I got you covered. Covered in what? Number 8. Jim Ballant Goddess, those Catwoman. Is it? Yeah. Ballant is the artist for these. Yeah, and he's the cover artist. He signed them. There's his signature down there, right? Number 9. Number 10. Okay. That's this box. Should we go into the other box? Should we go into the other box? Or should we save it? Or should we save it for another comic book haul? What should we do, gang? Poison Ivy, probably. Was that Poison Ivy? No, it wasn't Poison Ivy, was it? Ginger. Go into the other box. Few more. Okay, we do. She's a redhead, yes, but didn't seem so plenty. Brad says yeah too. Let's do it. Show you this with those comics. Let's focus with those comics that I just showed you, the run plus these guys ended up costing like $30 US. Okay, so here are the other ones. Wonder Stories, some more pulp. Wonder Stories, this is April 1951. Okay, volume, it doesn't have the volume on there. Cool cover. Wonder Stories, October 1950. Was that Barbara Gordon? No. Was it? Maybe. Space Stories, 1952, December 1952. I've been loving picking up these pulp magazines. We'll try to get my hands on more. Here's some more pulp magazines I picked up from that same buyer. Okay. 650 for this, graded very good. 19, when was this? 1952, volume 14, number 6, Fantastic Adventures. Too bad the sun is shining through the, you're getting a little sort of haziness to it, sun look to it, right? I wonder if I can fix it. Let's see. That makes it better, but how do we do that? Should I set up an umbrella, gang? Or is this okay? Plutonic Force, Barbara Gordon, also known as Batgirl and later Oracle in DC Comics, is typically depicted as a redhead. Yeah. This is issue number 1. Volume 1, issue number 1, 1951. Science Fiction Quarterly. Paid $10.50 for this. Planet Stories. Graded as fine, very fine. Paid $20.50 US for this. Ray Bradbury's story, Mars is Heaven. Beautiful cover. 1948. Yeah, so that lot together, and then all of the rest of these are just going to be single issues. Now someone was mentioning Heavy Metal magazine came out with a new series with brand new number 1, so I want to pick that up. Heavy Metal number 1, this is this year. Okay, is it a Boris cover? No, it's a Frazetta cover, right? Heavy Metal number 1. So if you're into heavy metal, they just start a whole new series. Controllers and learning a lot today. Haven't seen many of these pulp runs. Yeah, these pulp runs, man, crazy. It's a huge rabbit hole, which is super cool rabbit hole actually. Some of them are insanely expensive. Like we're talking, because they're good girl covers, bondage covers especially, sci-fi bondage covers. They go for, especially if they're high grade, they're into the hundreds of thousands. Like some of them 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, $2,000, right? But in general, some of the good girl covers, bondage covers, they're going anywhere between 200. I was trying to win some of them, but I won a couple in previous hauls, but they're going between 150 US to $300-400, right? That's the cover you got on Kickstarters. This one, the Frazetta one. Yeah. Super cool, right? This is a Star Wars Empire Strikes Back coloring book. It hasn't been used, unused. Graded very good. Paid $4.75 Canadian. These are Canadian prices now. Inside Detective magazine, graded it good, paid $8.80, let's say $9 Canadian. Okay. Greatest Detective Cases, volume 11, number 8, paid $9 for this, graded fine. Murder at the Lakehead. And these are, what year is this? This one's 1951. This one's 1944. Okay, 1951. Timely Detective Cases. 1953. Graded fine. Paid $13 Canadian for this. Volume 6, number 6. The title for this is hilarious. I fingered my husband. Back then in the golden age, fingered means rat him out to the cops, right? Or rat him out to the mob. Fingered nowadays may mean something else. I fingered my husband. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, the covers from golden age, amazing, amazing. Lark Park, awesome, awesome. uh Picked up oh yeah, this one, Conan, Savage Sword of Conan number 20, came with that lot that I bought. Okay, this one, great, fine, very fine. His first, which first one? It's Cypher the Redhead. First appearance camel, is it? I don't know. Watch your prostate, fellas. That doesn't sound right. Lark Park. Oh Lord, that title hasn't agreed. Hasn't agreed. And then heavy metal, right? Heavy metal. This is issue number. Which one is this one? Graded fine minus. This is first year, 1977. Okay, Wrightson and Mobius are on this. I think this is this a Wrightson cover? Yeah, this is a Wrightson cover. Okay, let's see the glare on the sun. Let me see if I can do a better job of. Let's protect it. See if we can get a non-glare version of that sunshine. Wrightson cover. Okay. I think this is issue number 5 or 6. I can't remember. I didn't write it down. Should have written it down. Right, August 1977. Ended up paying $13.50 for this. Graded fine minus. Cypher, Catwoman villain. A character named Cypher is noted as one of the first villains Catwoman fought in the first volume of her series. Really? I cracked it open. So let's put these guys back, the magazines anyway, and I'll show you the run of the comics. Sort this out properly. So I liked the cover of Absolute Batman with Mr. Freeze, the one that we saw. I ordered 3 more that came in the mail. Okay, the Bane cover that's coming up next, I also really like. I'm gonna grab a couple copies of that. A lot of 50s were masculine, I guess not. Daredevil number 230, graded very fine. Picked it up for 450 Canadian. Doctor Strange number 36, graded fine, 1979, 425. Yeah, Elder God, check into Absolute Batman number 9. This is number 8 I picked up. Absolute Batman number 9 is coming out next week, I think. Right, it's a cover of Bane standing sideways. Super cool cover. I really like it. Did you say Batman? Elder God, did you say Batman? Batman Detective Comics number 273. This is graded at fair good. Okay, chunk missing off the back cover, which I'm okay with. Right, ended up paying 750 Canadian for this. Secret of the Dragon Society. Superman number 83. Okay, Nice book. The center foil is pulled away from the top staple on this one. That's why he graded a very good minus. Ended up paying $99 Canadian for this. Came out in 1953. Nice. Trying to build up my Superman collection, Action Comics collection. Numbers below 100. Todd McFarlane. Fine, very fine. Paid 15. Yeah, Control Design 83. Paid 15.75 for this. Amazing Spider-Man 328. Okay. This is a classic cover now. Amazing Spider-Man 257. Fine, very fine. Paid $8.50 for this. Yeah, such a great Todd McFarlane cover, the Hulk one, right? Did we say X-Men? Did we say X-Men? Chris Claremont's X-Men? X-Men number 151, graded at very fine, paid $9.50 for this. X-Men number 153, graded very fine, near mint, $10.50 Canadian. X-Men number 155, fine, very fine, $11.50. First appearance of the Brood, those aliens. Comment. Crack, how are you doing? We're at the end of it. We're at the end of the comic book haul. I hope you had a good stream, brother. X-Men number 156, very fine, near mint, paid $10.50 for this. I have these, but these are high grade, so I ended up grabbing them. Amazing Spider-Man 211, very fine, near mint, $7.50 Canadian. This could be possible first appearance of Hydro Man in a panel, like a cameo. The next issue's first full appearance, or recognized first appearance, but there might be a cameo here. Amazing Spider-Man 237, graded near mint, $10.50. You could have bought these, are 1980s Amazing Spider-Mans. 10 years ago you could have bought these really cheap, on the cheap. 10-15 years ago, like people are saying, oh, 1980s comics are not collectible. It's like, dude, just give it time, right? Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 20, paid $3.13 for this. This is a nice cover of Iron Man, very fine. Our Army at War number 150, good, very good, 1965, paid $4.25. Love me some romance comics. Love Tales number 68. Okay. Paid it's graded fair because it's got a major spine split. Paid $380 Canadian for this. 1956. Love Tales. Love Tales. Dirty Pair number 2, part 2, number 1 and number 2. Number 1, third finger, same question, and part 2, number 2. Dirty Pair is huge manga. I think I've read like one issue. Crime Classic reprints. Okay. Oh yeah, these ones I paid. What did I pay? I paid 9.50 Canadian for these. Okay. Crime Classics number 3 to number 6 from 1988, 1989. Eternity 11.50 Canadian. Here's number 1. The reprints. Classic covers. So this thing says the original shadow from the 1940s, complete and uncut. Nice. That was number 3. Here's number 4. And we've ran out of the comic book store where I get my bags and boards. They've ran out, and I've ran out of the ones that I ordered online. So I have to rebag and reboard all of these because they came. Oh, this one they put it like that. This one they put it again, the comic book bag in the middle of it, which is crazy to me. Number 5. And number 6. I need to order some bags and boards if the comic book store in town doesn't get the bags and boards. Marvel Tales. I bought these all in with the shipping, 33 bucks, $33 Canadian. It includes number 1. Well, we'll go through it. It's got a reprint of Amazing Spider-Man number 1 and a reprint of the first appearance of Punisher, the first 2. Okay. Marvel Tales number 138, reprinting Amazing Spider-Man number 1. $209, reprinting first appearance of Punisher. Okay. The phrase "third finger, left hand" strongly evokes Platonic protocol, evokes the cultural symbol of a wedding ring, suggesting a story centered on marriage, engagement, and romantic commitment. Really, the romance one, yeah. Where is it? Oh, I put it on this. This one. Third finger, left hand. We've got a couple of finger comic books in this run. It was actually third finger, left hand. I should put this one and this. Let's see if we can do it for cry. Is it? No, it's buried. We buried it. What was it on? It was a magazine, was it? Was it a magazine? These two should go in a frame on a wall. I fingered my husband. Third finger, left hand. Detective cases, love tales. Oh my god, I might leave these out and put them in a frame. Marvel first time wasn't Marvel Tales the first 106. I'm leaving these out for now. Well, I don't know if it's the first time. I wouldn't say that this is the first time it's reprinted. It could be representing the first appearance of Punisher. See, spin off fingertails. Right, so it could be like second or third time or something, right? Marvel Tales 211, and all of these were basically Punisher stories, right? I think Larkbark saying those comics haven't aged well at all. In my opinion, they have aged amazingly. I think they've aged amazingly. A 212. That one has a new cover at least. It has a new cover. Oh, the other one doesn't. Okay, 106 has a red version of the original yellow cover. Okay, okay, okay. Strangely, I don't relate to the Punisher. Relate the Punisher to Spider-Man. Oh, for sure, Punisher and Spider-Man. I do actually. Marvel Tales 213. For me, they sort of that Daredevil. Marvel Tales 214. Punisher is there too. What's that say? Plus a cameo appearance by the Punisher. The Punisher is a brilliant character. I like the Punisher. 216. $217. Marvel Tales. $218. Daredevil mushroom. Bad marriage. Marvel Tales 219. Eternity Comics. Where are we? Skimidar number 1, right? And if you recall, I ended up getting this cover in a previous haul, so I saw these, same person selling a lot, so combined shipping, so I grabbed these with it. Oh yeah, I ended up paying for these comics. I ended up paying $17. Okay, all 3 of them. And here's number 1. That was number 1 from a different series. This is same character, number 1 and number 2. I really like this cover. Cool cover. Crack. DD and Punisher is a pairing I can understand. Seems a bit dark to be paired with the web slinger. Spider-Man is pretty dark, man. I think Spider-Man is like, he's gone through like serious depressions and poverty and tragedy happening to him, right? Here's an underground comic. I didn't know about this. Gore Shriek. This is issue number 6. Okay, I ended up paying $23 Canadian for this. Great, very fine, near mint, 1989. Daredevil's not supposed to kill either, so. And then reprints of EC Comics. Ended up buying these for $14. Tales from the Crypt number 3. These are from 1990s, 1990, 1991. Yeah, Gwen Stacy, the Clone Saga. Yeah, Spider-Man's got so much darkness in it. The storytelling. Tales from the Crypt number 4. Crack. Gore Shrek, absolutely classic. Yeah, I didn't know about it until I started doing some research. I think a Spawn artist had his first appearance somewhere in that series. His name is escaping me. Oh, really? They go for a hefty price, so that was a good price that I got it for. The Vault of Horror number 3. Daredevil killed in the movie, I think. He's not supposed to. In the comic book, Daredevil doesn't kill. As far as I know, Daredevil has never killed anyone. That's why one of the reasons Punisher was testing him out on one of the crossovers. The Vault of Horror number 4. And then the last run I have here which is Sable, Return of the Hunter. This is the second Sable series. Okay, I picked up issue number 1 to 19 for 43 bucks including shipping. Okay, he messed up Bullseye pretty bad, but I don't think he killed him. Yeah, he didn't kill him. Yeah, investigating Greg Capello, I think. Yeah. And by the way, in another short box I have here, I picked up the Sable series as well, but they came back together, 4 issues, and I need to get bags and boards to bag them all. But we'll take a look at that when I do get bags and boards, rebag them so we can see the covers nicely, right? Sable the Return, number 1. So basically, got a huge run of the Sable comics. Sable Return number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Lark Park, have you seen the trailer for the latest Fantastic Four movie? Damn, it looks awful. Yeah, I wasn't too fond of it. I don't know why they can't do a legit Fantastic Four movie. It's just weird to me. Number 6, and supposedly the price of the comics are dropping, the back issues. one website I was reading, they put an article saying the price of some of the Fantastic Four comic books are dropping. Sable Return number 7. Aldegon, I have 2 hours to waste before the football. I'm gonna watch it tonight. I think I'm just gonna chill tonight. Sable, and then it changes from Sable the Return to just Sable number 8, just the name of it, right? But this is the second full series. Lonely Piggy, and why not use Norin Rad too? Yeah, I know, he's literally the popular Silver Surfer. Yeah, they did a gender change on Silver Surfer with the trailer. Why the would you do that? If you're gonna do that, bring the girl, the other Harriet of Galactus. The girl, I forget her name, was a love interest of Norin as well, Silver Surfer, right? Why would they do a gender change on Silver Surfer? It is the most red rat thing they could do. Just vomit it. Why? So unnecessary, right? Larkbark Sable, now we're talking. That's a great book series. Yeah, I've read some issues in the past, but I've never done a full run of multiple issues in a row. And basically right now we got Sable Return 1 to 19, and in the other box that I have to rebag and board, we got Sable, I forget, number 1, the first series, up to I don't know how many, 20, 30 of them, right? They've destroyed Silver Surfer. What a shame, what a shame, what a bunch of Silver Surfer's origin story is absolutely amazing. Number 9, and they're just idiots. I predict no one would be in the after credits. Number 10 for Norin. Craig, wonder if they are looking to cash in on Silver Surfer on something else. Maybe, but seriously, you didn't include him in a Fantastic Four movie, like as Galactus coming in. Like what? It just bring in the other Galactus's puppets, right? Heralds, number 11. Lonely Piggy. I think it is the woman, actually, whatever her name is, but even then she's got like 2 comic appearances. Meanwhile, fans of Norn Rad have been waiting how long? Number 12. Lark Park. Pedro Pascal can be quite irritating with his tendency to go on lengthy rants, often coming across as self-righteous. Pedro Pascal. Who's Pedro Pascal? The name's not sticking to me right now, Lark Bark. Man, I know I'm gonna hang my head in shame because of that. Number 13. The sea train cuts the guy in half, movie not killed by the elder gods into looking up Daredevil if he's killed anyone. Number 14. And I really need to bag and board these things again. They've put the comic book bag in the middle of the comic. Why? Number 15. Oh, Pedro Pascal is the actor that's playing Mr. Fantastic. Is he? Okay, okay. Number 15. Yeah, I got a feeling. Oh man, I'm not looking forward to it. We'll be streaming it. Number 16. I'm glad he's not related in the comic book world. Otherwise, I would have seriously hung my head in shame. And this one's a beautiful cover. Who's the artist? Bill Jasaka. Oh yeah, Bill Jasaka is the cover art. Is the artist for a lot of these, or the cover artist for a lot of these. Beautiful cover. All right. Controllers, and if they do the annihilation story as rumored, we'll see Norin. Really? Okay. Crack. I heard from a guy that the reason the backing board is in the middle is so people can see the back cover as well, instead of taking the book out of the bag. Okay, I guess it's for selling in comic book stores, but man, that's extra work for people. When they bring it back, they gotta put it back again, I guess so. But no, I rather they didn't store it that way in bins. They'll just get damaged. Saber number 18. Oh my god, that's just guaranteed a shit movie. Yeah, I can appreciate it, but I can't. And this one is a beautiful cover. I thought this was a Howard Hughes, Adam Hughes cover, but it's not. It's still what's his name? Jack Joska cover. This is a beautiful cover. Like, I love this cover. What a cover, right? Lonely Piggy. I can't wait for Marvel to shit on Doctor Doom too. I have been waiting so long for him to be done right on screen. Yeah, I don't think they'll do it right. Crack. Agree, Chycho. I'm not a fan of the backing board in the middle either. Yeah, beautiful cover, just beautiful, right? So that's our Sable Returns run. Okay, so we ended up going through basically 3 short boxes and some magazines, right? Which is pretty good. Nice haul. Some very cool comics here that I'm quite happy about. Some key issues, right? And man, third finger left hand. I fingered my husband. That's love, baby. That's love. Roses and all. I love it. So funny. Brett Slinger, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. They've subscribed for 45 months. Awesome. Salute, salute. Thank you for the support, brother. I'm still laughing at it. Graded by Bill Finger. Batman makes an appearance. Wrestler, darn it, late for the comic call. Oh, you just showed up. Oh, brother, we went through basically 3 short boxes and some magazines, right? Nice haul, nice haul. Some great covers, some great covers. We'll be doing many more to come. Many more to come. The finger collection looks like. so fun, so fun. Gang, let's call the stream. We're almost up to 3 hours, right? Super fun, super fun, super fun, super fun. Thank you very much for being here, gang. I hope you appreciate the comic book haul. um I'm going to be really busy for the next basically 10 days or so. So the odds are no comic book haul. Actually, no comic book haul next weekend. Okay, my apologies. I love doing the Sunday streams, but no comic book haul next weekend. I'll probably try to get one done midweek next week. Okay, one or two, maybe. Glad I caught some of this live. Glad you made it to Crack. Glad you made it to. And by the way, Crack, in the other one that we're gonna do later, we got another Eros comics collection, like 14 books that came in, and I'm trying to get my hands. Actually, I bought another one, set of 10, which is extremely hard to find, hard to get your hands on. You can't even list it properly on eBay, but I was able to hook up with someone on eBay, and they're going to be coming my way. So we'll probably wait for the next comic book haul until those comics arrive, which is going to be probably 2 or 3 weeks before they arrive. And I'm going to be using painter's tape to put some stuff all over it. Okay, and I looked at these, absolutely. They look phenomenal. They're high grade. I haven't looked inside, right? When they come here, I'm going to look inside to see what they're like. I did look at the Eros comics that came. Some of them were like, whoa. Some of them were like, haha, fun. Some of them were like, whoa, right? Unfortunately, I can't show you the interiors, but I'll show you the covers of these. So it should be super fun. Elder will be celebrating Vancouver victory later. Nice, nice, nice. Crack, nice. More dirty porn to look at. Yeah. Some of it hardcore. One of them is called rear entry or something. Proud Ranger, thanks for the stream. Have a good week, everyone. Indeed, indeed. Have a good one, guys. Get your prostate checked. The three-finger technique has new meaning. Have a good start in the week and months. Indeed, indeed. Lonely Piggy, BitChute, censor to not censor. Twitch didn't like it. I fingered my husband rear entry. But we allowed it. Crack. Just be careful on the Eros books called Tart. Oh, I think I've seen one. What's in there? Now you're gonna make me want to go look for it. Panic, panic. Welcome to Chycho Love. Awesome, Panic. You supported us on CensorTube with Chycho Love. Nice, nice, nice. Thanks for the love, brother. Thanks for the love. Gang, I hope you have a fantastic next 10 days or so. Let's say, if I can manage it this week. I doubt it though, because there's construction galore. I can't do any streams on the patio other than weekends. I hope you have a fantastic time for the next 10 days or so, and I'll see you guys online. And salute to the Maz for being here, gang.